Hello everyone. So this is our lecture 2, class 9, subject English, grammar. In the last lecture I discussed about the sentences and its types. In this lecture we will discuss the second part of the same chapter, that is parts of speech. In this lecture we will first discuss about the homework solutions of the questions which I gave you in the last lecture. Then we will discuss parts of speech, what is the meaning of parts of speech, then names of parts of speech, and then types of nouns, pronouns and adjectives. Let's see the homework solution first. The first question was identify the type of sentence in each case. First, my wife loves eating cake in the morning. So this is a type of assertive sentence because this is just making a statement. Then next, that movie was exciting, exclamatory mark, and expressing a sudden feeling. So this is a type of exclamatory sentence. Third sentence is please leave your shoes outside. So this is a type of imperative sentence because this is a kind of request. Next sentence, how often do you read this article? So this is a kind of interrogative sentence as the question mark is there. Next, students failed to complete their essays on time. This is another type of assertive or declarative sentence. Then last is may the Almighty help in this tragedy. Now in this, after this sentence also there is an exclamation mark, but is this a type of exclamatory sentence? No. This is a type of optative sentence as this is a kind of wish or desire. Next question was identify the phrases in the following sentences. So the colored sentences, the colored part of the sentence is the phrase he was a man of great wealth. The principal was an old man of friendly disposition. Was an old man of friendly disposition. The workers belonged to a tribe dwelling in the hills. A tribe dwelling in the hills. He met a boy with red hair. A boy with red hair. You can buy it in all places. In all places. He replied in a very rude manner. Very rude manner. How does he live without any worries? Without any worries. Next is parts of speech. What is the meaning of parts of speech? The part of speech indicates how the word functions in meaning as well as grammatically within the sentence. There are 8 parts of speech in the English language. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So one by one we will look into the types of each part of speech with examples. First we will start with noun. What is a noun? You might be knowing about it, that what is a noun? A noun is a part of speech that names a person, place, thing, idea, action or quality. A word which is used to identify any of a class of people, places or things, or to name a particular one of these. Examples: Jenny is my sister. I love to play with my dog. In these sentences, what is a noun? Jenny, name of a person. Dog. Dog is common noun, right? Now, what are the types of nouns? There are 5 types of nouns: proper, common, collective, abstract and material. Now first is proper noun. Now what is a proper noun? Proper noun is the name of a particular person, place or thing. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. For example, Jupiter, name of a planet. Rohit, name of a person. London, name of a city. Next type is common noun. Common noun stands for persons, things or places of the same class. Dog, girl, country, that represents a common class, not a specific one. Next type is collective noun. Collective noun is the name of a group of persons or things. Family, group of family members. Class, in a room when students are sitting, that particular room is known as class. Staff. So these are all such examples of collective noun. Next type is abstract noun. Now, what is abstract noun? An abstract noun refers to quality, action, idea or feeling. Example, freedom, love, anger. That means which we cannot see, we cannot touch, only we can feel. Next type we have is material noun. Material noun is the name of a thing or substance that exists only in the form of a mass, that we call it as a material noun. For example, silver, gold and coal. Now, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is defined as a word or phrase that is used as a substitution for a noun. Pronouns are used to avoid repeating the same nouns over and over again. So a pronoun actually replaces the noun in a sentence. For example, Priya is a beautiful girl. Now, in place of Priya, we can use she. She is very intelligent. So instead of using Priya and Priya again, we can use she. Similarly, there are so many pronouns that can be used in place of the nouns to avoid its repetition. Now let's look for the types of pronouns. The first type of pronoun we have is personal pronoun. Personal pronouns are the pronouns which stand for the names of persons like I, we, you. They are categorized in three parts: first person, second person and third person. First person, the person who is talking: I, me, mine, we, us, ours. Second person is the person to whom the first person is talking: you, yours. And third person, about whom the first person is talking to the second person, is the third person: he, she, it, they, her, etc. Reflexive pronouns or emphatic pronouns. See, both the pronouns have same collection of words like himself, herself, themselves, yourself, like that. But what is the difference between two? That means they both have the same collection of words, but it depends on their usage. Let's see two sentences. They bought new shoes themselves. They themselves bought new shoes. Now see, the first sentence is a type of reflexive pronoun where themselves is serving as reflexive pronoun. Why? Because when the action of the verb turns back on the subject, that is, the reflection is shown in the last part of the sentence, that is themselves. But when the same reflexive pronoun is used to emphasize the noun, they themselves bought new shoes, so here we are emphasizing on they. That is an example of emphatic pronouns. Next type is relative pronouns. A pronoun which joins two sentences and refers to the noun going before it is called relative pronoun. For example, whose, whoever, which. The boy who is standing at the door is my brother. The book which is lying on the table is mine. Like that. So they are all relative pronouns. Then interrogative pronouns. What are interrogative pronouns? As the name suggests, which are used to ask questions. Who, which, what. Next type, indefinite pronouns. Pronouns which do not refer to a particular person or thing are called indefinite pronouns. For example, somebody. We don't know who. So that is indefinite. Nothing. Everything. So there is no definite thing given. So we can say it is indefinite pronoun. Next type is demonstrative pronouns. To demonstrate, to point out the nouns. Right? For example, this, that, those. That pen is mine. Those are my books. This is my table. So they are all demonstrative pronouns. Next type is distributive pronouns. Now what are distributive pronouns? Which refer to an individual out of a group or class. Each, every, neither. Neither of you are allowed to enter in my class. Every one of you should listen to me. Each one of you is responsible for doing this. So these are all examples of distributive pronouns. Next type we have exclamatory pronouns. Exclamatory pronouns which are used as an exclamation. What a strange dog it is. How beautiful the sight is. They are all exclamatory pronouns. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are words that are used to describe or modify nouns or pronouns. Examples: red, quick and happy are adjectives as they can be used to describe things like a red hat, the quick rabbit, a happy duck. That means that modifies or that tells the quality of a noun or a pronoun. Those words are known as adjectives. Now, what are the types of adjectives? First type is adjective of quality. The words which tell about the quality of a noun or a pronoun are called adjectives of quality: kind, brave, big. Adjectives of quantity. The words which tell about the quantity of a noun are called adjectives of quantity. There is no clearance about how much, but that reflects some quantity: little, any, enough. Adjectives of number. That depicts the clear number like 55, fourth, double. So the words which tell about the numbers of persons or things, they are called adjectives of number. Next type is demonstrative adjectives. Again, the adjectives which are used to point out a person, thing or place. For example, this, that, those. This book is mine. That person hiding behind the tree is my brother. So they are all demonstrative adjectives. Distributive adjectives. Distributive adjectives which indicate one thing or person out of whole group. Each, every, neither. Every man must do his duty. So this is an example of distributive adjectives. Then interrogative adjectives. Adjectives, the words which are used with a noun to ask a question, they are called interrogative adjectives. Whose pen is this? Which house is yours? So they are all interrogative adjectives. Next we have possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives used to show possession or relationship. Possessive means ownership. The words which tells about the ownership of the particular object. This is my house. That is my pen. So they are all possessive adjectives. This is your book. This is my book. This is his book. So they are all possessive adjectives. Then emphasizing adjectives which are used to give more emphasis. For example, there are two emphasizing adjectives, own and very. This is my own house. We are emphasizing that this house is mine only, my own house. Then very. This is the very book I want. Last type is exclamatory adjectives which are used to point out some exaggeration. We usually use what. What a charming child he is. What an idea. So they are all exclamatory adjectives. Difference between demonstrative pronouns and adjectives. Now there are two sentences. This is a blue water bottle. This is an example of demonstrative pronoun. How? See, the basic difference between demonstrative pronouns and adjective is that demonstrative pronouns replaces the noun, whereas the demonstrative adjectives modify the nouns and are followed by the nouns only. For example, in the first sentence, this is a blue water bottle. So this is qualifying that a water bottle is lying. So here it is working as a replacing word for a noun. In the second sentence, give me that blue water bottle, qualifying a particular noun, that is adjective. Adjective is actually what? That modifies the noun, and here that is modifying blue water bottle, right? So this is demonstrative adjective. Similarly, there is a difference between possessive pronouns and adjectives. The test results are hers. This is my test result. So the test results are hers is an example of possessive pronoun, and this is my test result is an example of possessive adjective. Again, possessive pronouns are used to replace the nouns, whereas possessive adjectives are used to describe the noun. Whenever the particular, whether it is possessive, demonstrative, distributive or relative, whenever these particular words will be serving or will be functioning in order to qualify the nouns, they will be adjective. If they are functioning in order to replace the noun, they will be pronoun. So we have to go with the usage of such words in the sentence that will make more clear the difference between two, pronouns and adjectives. Conjunctions. Conjunctions are the words that connect other words or sentences together. That means they are also known as connectors and linkers, as they connect words or sentences together. There are some common conjunctions: and, as, or, so, but, then. Subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions join a subordinate clause to a main clause. Subordinate clause means the dependent clause to the main clause, that is to the principal clause. The conjunctions which helps in joining the subordinate clause to a main clause is called subordinating conjunction. Example: although, as, because, after, before, if. And we will read about them in detail in chapters that will be related to conjunctions. Next type of conjunction we have is correlative conjunction. Correlative conjunctions always travel in pairs. They link balanced words, phrases and clauses. For example, both, and, either, or. That means correlative conjunctions are used in pairs. Next type is coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions join parts of a sentence that are grammatically similar. For example, and, but, nor, yet, so. They are the some examples, and they do not join any dependent clause to a main clause. Instead, we can say that they join two independent clauses or the sentences that are grammatically correct. That means they will be what? They will be independent clauses only. So they are the three types of conjunctions, right? And we read about the types of nouns, then types of pronouns, then types of adjectives and the types of conjunctions. So this was about the parts of speech. The remaining parts of speech we will discuss in the next lecture. Now your homework is that you have to revise parts of speech and types of nouns, pronouns, adjectives and conjunctions. So you will revise the parts of speech, the types which we have discussed in the lecture, and we will discuss about more parts of speech in the next lecture. Thank you.